Regional television news presenters become respected public figures with close links to all parts of their communities, including other journalists.
I worry about the industry. Whatever we think about rivalry between newspapers and television, they are part and parcel of life, and that rivalry's got to be maintained, jobs have got to be maintained, but for me, the most crucial ingredient is standards. The Yorkshire Post, the Evening Post are treasures, as are many of the local newspapers, and they need to be preserved, and jobs must be preserved, because that's what I'm here to offer support about, really.
As an interviewer, Harry is used to challenging members of Parliament. Today in Leeds, however, they all showed a single passion.
I know times are really tough for lots of people, and that includes you, and it includes regional newspapers, because there's a longer term trend which is declining sales. That's a problem, and of course then there's the short term impact of the recession, and it's tough for everybody. And I just wanted to come along today because you're in my constituency, you're very important newspapers, the people who produce them are the most important folk of all, everybody, just to show some support in what I know are tough times.
Perhaps we ought to look at things that can be done to say to Johnson Press, actually their responsibility is greater than simply running a business.
That's the whole point. Absolutely right. Yeah.
Part of a democratic system.
Yeah.
If they don't want to own that part of it, they should sell it.
Newspapers, radio and television cannot live without one another as they chase good journalists and strong stories.
If you reduce the number of journalists that are reporting, then you reduce inevitably the kind of very local neighbourhood news that is conveyed in a local paper like this one. More people read the Yorkshire Evening Post than any other newspaper, I think, put together in Leeds, actually. And that's because they like to read about their own locality, their own neighbourhood, what's happening in their street and their district. And we cannot afford to sacrifice that. And it's a very false economy if the newspaper itself thinks that it can get away with sacking those journalists to save money and actually increase their sales. They will not. People will not buy the paper if they can't read about their neighbourhood. They won't read about their neighbourhood unless there are reporters to report on it.
On Monday, the MPs will go back to London with the media managers firmly in their sights. While in Leeds, the strikers will remain cheerful, confident that their spirit will not be broken.